5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Trenton TV Talk Show. We're here today on behalf of the Board of Education. Our sponsors are WIMG 1300 AM and WPHY Verizon Channel 28. Mr. Trueheart is our host for this show. However, he will be with us momentarily. He serves as the Board of Education member, and he is the chair of the Family and Community Engagement Committee and also the Policy Committee. He serves alongside the board president, Ms. Addie Daniels-Lane, and other committee members that are on the FACE Committee and Policy Committee, Denise Johnson, Yolanda Mareo Lopez, Teron Tice, and also we want to thank Mr. Earl for his service and for his commitment. And we are just excited today to talk about community and parent engagement. Today, my name, is Denise Crease, and I am the district's parent coordinator and homeless liaison, and I am the co-host. And today we welcome our Assistant Superintendent of School Support, Mr. Wilfredo Ortiz. We also welcome Ms. Micah Freeman. She is the supervisor of nursing and 504 coordinator. We also welcome Ms. Joanne Sung. She is the assistant superintendent for teaching and learning. We have a wonderful conversation to have today. And I'm going to start off by sharing my screen so that Micah can talk a little bit about some health updates with the school district.
Thank you, Denise. Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Micah Freeman. I'm the supervisor of nurses and 504 coordinator for our district. And we are excited to always have community partners in the city of Trenton. Today, we are at Rivera Middle School. They are, Henry J. Austin is here. They are actually providing COVID vaccines and also some school mandate vaccines, which is meningitis and Tdap. Our nurses collaborate with our parents, get them out, because even though COVID, the numbers are going down, which is great, but we still have to be in compliance with vaccinations. So Miss Denise has put on the screen our partnership with Henry J. Austin. So I don't know if you're able to so if the school nurse calls you or calls your child, sends out a letter, a reminder, that means at Gregory Elementary School and at PJ Hill, they are there Mondays and Tuesday. They are at Gregory and PJ Hill. I'm outside, so you may hear a helicopter. So we're just excited to have that partnership in the school. They don't have to leave class. I mean, the parent, we have a consent. The parent will consent to have the students get seen. So the students do not have to leave. So Denise, if you don't mind taking that off, and I'm going to show this van. I don't know. I'm by. There's a helicopter. So if you see this Henry J. Austin mobile van, this van is outfitted as a mobile health clinic, right? So they can come in, there's a little exam room, there is an intake area, there is where they could do vision screenings, hearing screenings, get their immunizations. So we're just really excited that we have a health van on site, right? Because this is something that is needed in our community. I'm going to also go inside because, like I said, today is a day that we collaborate. So on Mondays, this van and Henry J. Austin, they are at Kilmer School, and on Tuesdays they are at Rivera. On Wednesdays they are at Trenton High. I'm going to just pan over to, they set up very professional. It's a clean environment. They got they're COVID ready. So we have our Henry J. Austin folks. They have an intake person. They have They have their workers. Hi, Henry J. Austin. You're on. Thank you guys for being here. We have someone from the New Jersey Department of Health helping out. We have our intake. So the whole purpose of this is to have the community meet the community where they are, right? We're bringing resources to our schools. Our schools is a safe environment and a welcoming environment. So the staff know our students, the parents and staff work together. So the goal is to support learning. And this is one way that we can support learning, not only just our students, but also our parents. So we're excited. We're here. We're waiting for folks. They say we've been doing this since October, and they've been getting about 50 people, 100 people. It's a little slow right now, but
can anybody come, Micah?
Yes.
Because I know it's at certain schools, but anyone from any of our schools in our community could go. Is that correct?
Yeah, so in regards to the mobile van, the clinic where they do the immunizations and the physicals, anyone can come from any Trenton Public School student. They are more than welcome to come. Our nurses are really advocating for them to come out, and with the help of everyone, parent liaisons, with the help of, and we are going to be working with the Parent Connect event that's coming up. We're outreaching to folks. If we got to go knock on doors, that's one of the things that we will do to get our kids what they need.
That's a very good segue, Micah, because the Henry J. Austin Band will be at the Parent Connect Summit. So do you want to talk a little bit to us about how the nurses are getting involved with promoting the event and also ensuring that our students are up to date with their immunization shots?
Right. So a lot of times, we have our parents, they register their children, but if they are in need of needing a medical home, for right now, we add the Henry J. Austin Health Van just for the help. They are a healthcare provider. The nurses, what they do is they go through the registration packet. In the registration packet, it is a mandatory thing to have school mandated immunizations. There's two ways that you do not have to have that: if it's a medical exemption or if it's a religious exemption. And for those students who don't have health insurance or whatever need that they have, that's why we're bringing the mobile van to the schools so we can eliminate some of those barriers. So the school nurses reach out to the families. They reach out email, mail, all types of different communication. And so that's one of the ways that we're outreaching to our families.
What a great way to not only promote health, but then parents can go and enjoy the parent event that's going to happen. And I'll get to that in one moment. But one thing that I wanted to talk about before we discuss the event is now that there are new regulations in regards to the mask mandate being lifted, I know that that's a conversation that Mr. Earl had at the board meeting last night. And I'm sure that our parent community and other stakeholders are curious what's going to happen here at Trenton Public Schools. Are we going to have to wear masks? Are we not going to wear, So can you talk a little bit about that and what parents can look forward to?
Yeah, so it is a very good question. So we're still in a pandemic. Our school district has consulted with our medical doctor and with the health department and with just area stakeholders, health stakeholders. And right now it is, we're still going to wear the mask. We're going to eventually transition. According to as long as the numbers stay low, right? We want our COVID positive numbers low, which they are. And if anybody wants to get COVID information, go to the COVID dashboard. They can go on to, can you put that in the chat, our website where they can go into and get that information. It's updated daily if we have any. You know, in the beginning of January, we had so many positive cases. Now we're next to none, right? So we want to make sure that we're doing it you know, thoughtful. And so for right now, we are going to continue to wear the mask. And yep, there go our website. So if you go onto the main page and then under that district, it says COVID-19. And it will take you right to the COVID information. And we do have a COVID dashboard. We have COVID information. Unfortunately, COVID kind of took over, right? So we had to make sure that our parents, our families, our staff was knowledgeable of what was going on. We wanted to keep everybody in the loop. Now that 5-year-old students can get the vaccination, 12-year-old, they can get the booster, meaning that third shot. And you know, we just want to make sure that, again, we stay healthy. So we are going to still wear the mask. And then week by week, we're going to look at the numbers, and then we're going to let the superintendent discuss the plan moving forward.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Micah. So now I'm going to introduce Miss Joanne Sung. This is our first time being on the show. So welcome. How are you doing tonight?
Good. Thank you for having me, Denise. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. Awesome. So Miss Sung is here because the teaching and learning department has been working diligently with the Family and Community Engagement Department to host a series of parental education events for parents to learn various curriculum items and social emotional learning. And can you talk to us a little bit about the work that your department is doing in spearheading some of these workshops?
Sure.
For the parents?
Sure, absolutely. So this workshop is part of the Parent Connect series that Denise has been working to provide to the parents throughout the years. Really, this was envisioned as part of the ESSER2 grant funding programming to support parents of students who are in grade levels K-5. And we're kind of putting it into fruition, and we're starting to have that the planning finalized. Our first session will take place on March 19th, which is the Saturday, and these are Saturday sessions. We will have a Saturday event. I believe the date is April 2nd as a follow-up, and the third session will take place in May. I want to say May 14th, if that is correct. So during the session, the idea really is to bring focus of literacy, but we know that if you're not in the classroom on a day-to-day situation where you're teaching language arts, it's really hard to kind of figure out or see like how we support our children at home. So we thought about really focusing on building background context so that our students can come to school and feel excited about titles that they might be seeing in the classrooms, different texts and genres that they're touching and they're working with in the classroom. So each of these Saturday sessions will review 5 themes. So they'll have ELL, so English language learner support, topics around developmentally appropriate practices, social emotional learning, world languages, health, as well as STEAM, which is, of course, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So the idea is the parents come to each session. There will be breakfast served, there will be childcare, there will be a keynote speaker. Our first keynote speaker, we're very fortunate to have, and thank you, Denise, for securing that. Ms. Addie Lane, our board president. She will be speaking and addressing the parents who are there, participants, and we will have 2 sessions that will take place about an hour each. And there will be 3 sessions that will be offered in the first breakout, 3 sessions that will be offered in the next breakout. And each session, topics that are addressed within the five themes that we addressed, as well as mental health, that will be 6 themes. We'll have both English session as well as Spanish session. So it's a lot of exciting things. The supervisors have been involved in this communication and planning for a long time now, and they were able to bring some really exciting opportunities for parents to be involved in. They made some partnerships with area and local businesses, as well as institutions like the library, the museum, and we're trying to make this really come alive and build students' excitement and motivation, and also their understanding about what does it mean when I look at STEAM? What does science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics have to do with reading? How do I build my background understanding around that? You know, as a world language, different cultures and different things that people bring as we come into schools. What does that mean as a reader? What does that mean as a student coming into Trenton Public Schools? You know, developmentally appropriate practices. What is developmentally appropriate, you know, expectations for students who are in a grade levels, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, so that we can have more of a conversation of how we bring support and secure supports for our students.
Wow, that sounds so awesome, Joanne. And it sounds like we have some great partners that are going to be present during the event. Added bonus, Mama Yoga will definitely be there, and she will be doing a workshop on mindfulness strategies, breathing techniques, and she's going to talk about how to diffuse stress and other coping mechanisms. So we're really excited to have her as a partner, and she will be providing a workshop. Also, we have various community partners that will be present. We have our Trenton Library. They will be engaging with our school community to encourage students to sign up and parents for library cards. We have Horizon, WellCare, AmeriGroup. They're all in health insurance groups, so they'll be sharing information on how parents can get insurance. We also have, as I mentioned before, Henry J. Austin, which will have their mobile clinic van, and Mercer County Community College will be present sharing information. And lastly, Airmark Food Services, our school breakfast, lunch, and snack provider, will be present to share a little bit more about what's on your child's plate during lunch. What does that look like? And they'll be sharing tons of information on healthy eating and nutrition. And they're just a wonderful partner, and they're the ones that are going to provide breakfast and lunch. So parents, this information is available on Facebook. It's available, as you can see, if you go to our homepage, you see this check mark, that's our Parent Connect site. You can click on here, and where you see Parent Connection trainings, this is also the calendar of events. So you'll see it pop up right here, March 19th. You can click there. There's many ways to get the information regarding this event. Or you can go to Parent Connections trainings. You'll see the flyer. And what you'll do is you'll pull your phone out, you'll go to the photo setting, and you'll hold your phone over the QR code. And then a website will pop up. And then that is where you will register to attend the event. So we're prepared to receive walk-ins, but we like to be as prepared as possible so that we're well equipped to engage with your children. And we're going to have activities, and we're going to have fun with our students, some coloring activities, and we're just looking forward to this event. The information is also on Facebook. So if you're a Facebook following, you could definitely check us out on that site.
Denise,
is there anything else, Mr. Ortiz, you want to add?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we let parents know that we're going to have a lot of resources for them, takeaways, things that they can take home, books that kids could read at appropriate grade levels that they can take with. So we have giveaways, some gift cards that we're going to raffle. So we're going to make this fun. And it's really important that parents understand that this is an opportunity for them to learn how to help their children when they're at home. So they're going to learn a lot of strategies that they can take home to support their kids at home. And like it was said, it's really important that parents understand that we're going to have a bilingual sessions in Spanish for those parents who need that support. So we're looking forward to having everyone at these workshops. Joanne, thank you so much for sharing all this information with us. We really appreciate what you're doing. As a new member with the Trenton Public Schools, we're so excited to have you as the assistant superintendent for teaching and learning.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me, you guys.
Thank you so
At
much.
this point, I want to give a little
Awesome.
information. Thanks, Joanne. I do want to give a little information to the parents regarding the letters that they're receiving at home. You might have been getting some emails. You might have been getting, you probably got a letter already, and if not, you will be getting a letter which will explain to you the process that we are taking as we go through the redistricting. So we're going to be, as you well know, it's already been approved by the board. And what we're doing is letting you know exactly where your child will be next year, okay, for the 22-23 school year. You know that our schools are going to be K-3. We have schools that are intermediate, 4, 5, and 6, and schools that are middle schools. We have 3 middle schools, grades 7 and 8. So there, you will be receiving a letter. The letter will tell you what school your child is going to go to next year. And please know that it's based on the address that we have in Power School. It's based on that address. The letter will also tell you that if the letter is returned to us, we will be reaching out to you to find out where do you live? What is the correct address so that we can appropriately place your child in the school that's within the attendance boundaries, the new attendance boundaries. Very important that you reach out to your secretary at your school. If you've moved, please change your address at the school level. Go to your school, call the school, make an appointment, go there and bring 2 proofs of address or a lease, a current lease, to show what your new address is, because otherwise your child will go to the school, to the address that's currently in Power School. So that's a very critical piece. Letters have gone out already and some more are going to go out by the Friday. All the letters will be out. Now, it's important to know that if there's any questions or concerns about the school that your child has been assigned to based on the new reconfiguration, then you can call our office. You can email this office and we'll put that information in the chat. But come to central office and we will assist you with the process. So we'll listen to you. We'll find out what's going on and we will try to support every family that's out there. That's our intent, is to make this as seamless as possible. And we know that it's going to be difficult for some families, but we are going to do everything that we can to make it as seamless as possible, because we know that you might have a child in a certain school. You might have a second grader that attends MOT. All of a sudden for next year, that child has to go to a different school. And we will listen and we will try to support you as best as we can. But this was already approved at the board meeting. Mr. Trueheart just joined us. I see Mr. Trueheart, so he may want to weigh in on that a little bit. But any questions or concerns? The letter has my name on it. So my cell phone number, I'm going to give it to you, is 609-575-9623. So you can call me. I respond within 24 hours to all calls.
Hey, Wilfredo, there was, hey, Denise, how are you? Hey.
Doing well, doing.
Thank God for our attendees who are joining us. I believe we have some attendees on, and those on Facebook Live listening in. Appreciate you taking the time to join us this afternoon. Well, Fred, I had a quick question around opportunities for parents to visit the schools. I know that our facilities department under Jane Howard, our business administrator, board secretary, is working on getting our schools ready for redistricting starting September 2022. And there is going to be an opportunity for parents to visit the school that their child will be attending. I think that's a good point to make, that we're working to give the opportunity for parents to come to the school that their child will be attending in September, so they can get a feel for the school and know exactly where that school is located, of course, across our city. So I think that's a great opportunity for parents as well.
Yeah, and because as you know, we have new schools as well, right? The Cadwallader School was open last year, but not this year. But that's going to be an elementary school K-3, as you can see that there. We also have Robeson, which will open again. It used to be Robeson. It was closed at one time, but it will reopen as a kindergarten to third grade. The Stokes School will also open kindergarten to third grade. And then of course we're opening up at the middle school. We have a new school, we call it West Trenton, the old Holland School. So that's going to be one of our middle schools.
Just so you know, Wilfredo, just so you know, that's junior 3 back in the day. So folks.
Okay. Yep. And so they're in the process right now of doing work at the schools to make sure that when the kids come in September, it looks great, that we're changing lighting, we're putting air conditioning, where the swimming pool is being done, is being drained and refinished, and all of that stuff is happening at our schools. So the facilities are going to look awesome in September. New furniture. So we're getting the building, the facility will be great. We're just looking forward to having the students and the parents come in and have a great school year. So there will be a time and date you're going to receive another letter. So the first letter that just came, that letter is going out this week. That's letter number 1. We will then send another letter to you sometime in May, okay? Because there will be some changes. Some of you have different addresses. We're gonna look at all of that, but we will also have a date where you will be able to visit schools. So that hasn't been set up yet, Mr. Trueheart, but we will have dates where you will be able to go to the school and visit the school.
I think it's important also, like you mentioned, Wilfredo, about furniture. I'm on the facilities committee with Jeannie Weeklam, who's our chair, and Jane Howard, our school business administrator, and our facilities director. And he mentioned about furniture has been ordered already. So we're not waiting to the last minute to order and get things ready. Furniture, the purchase order for furniture has been submitted. Technology. And so we're working very diligently to make sure that we have all our ducks in a row, all our T's crossed, all our I's dotted.
We're also always looking for bus drivers, community out there. If you have friends and family that can drive a bus, that have the CD license or want to, a great opportunity for young people to go out there and get the CDL so that you can drive buses. We are hiring constantly, and we are doing everything that we can. We have new buses with air conditioning and cameras. All of that is what we're doing in facilities to make this transition as smooth as possible.
So what you see on the screen are the changes. You see all our K-3 schools, our 4 through 6 schools, and our 7th and 8th grade schools. So I just wanted to have that on the screen as
Thank you.
Mr. Ortiz and Mr. Trueheart were discussing some of the changes. So you heard it best. Please check your email for the letter and communication on school updates. Please look in the mail And then if you need to change your address for some reason, and you know you have a different address in the system, be proactive. Contact your school parent liaison so that she can connect with the secretary so they can make these changes. So you can make these updates. So they will let you know what you need in order to make those changes. So I'm going to stop sharing.
Denise, one last thing that I do want to say to Trueheart. If you want to know the directory is on our webpage, okay? So, and I'm gonna have to double check to make sure that we have the most current one there, but we do have a new directory that's on our webpage, okay? And so therefore, you can go into the directory and look for your address, and it'll tell you what elementary school your child will go to, what intermediate school, and what middle school, based on your address with the new attendance boundaries. So it's very important that you take a few minutes to look at the directory, and that also gives you some idea. But as you know, that information is being mailed out to you, and you should already have that information no later than Friday.
For sure.
That's it. Thank you.
So,
Denise.
thank you. So, Mr. Trueheart, we missed you. We talked about so many great things about
Missed
health
you guys too.
updates, and we talked about the Parent Connect Summit that's coming up. So maybe this is a perfect opportunity to talk about another parent event that is in the works, the Black Wealth Summit. That's going to be held Trenton Central High School, April 30th, with the African American Collaborative Culture, the NAACP, and the ORT. Hopefully I got that acronym correct.
Operation Rebuild Trenton Branch, NAACP, African American Cultural Collaborative of Mercer County. You hit them all right on the head, nail right on the head. And the legacy of Black Wall Street, Black Wealth Summit, closing the racial wealth gap presentations are being worked on right now as we speak. I believe we have a meeting scheduled for Friday to finalize the planning for April 30th. And this is what it was postponed from February 26th. We wanted to give more time to make it the event not only successful, but the event will be held during our Financial Literacy Month, which is April. Is that right? Right? Financial
Yes.
Literacy Month is in April. So April 30th was an appropriate and apropos time. We'd have loved to have it during Black History Month, but April being Financial Literacy Month was another great month to participate. And quite frankly, Black history is 365 days a year, not just 1 month. And we know that during the month of February, Dr. Carr G. Woodson chose February because of the birthdays of Frederick Douglass and Lincoln, President Lincoln, being on the 13th, and then the 14th, 15th of the month of February, those two birth dates. I believe I have those birthdays correct, but they are both born in the month of February, and that's the reason why Dr. Carr G. Woodson, founder of the organization ASALH, Association for the Study of African American Life and History, founded in September 9th, 1915 in Washington, D.C. So yeah, it's going to be a great event. Looking forward to the meeting on Friday to finalize the activities for the students and the parents and the community to come out on April 30th.
So parents, there's a lot of ways you can get involved and become active. We're also looking for parent volunteers for the Parent Connect Summit. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to leave my email address and phone number on the Facebook Live site. So if you're looking to reach out to me, you can contact me at 609-656-4900, and my extension is 5670. Once again, 609-656-4900, extension 5670. And my email address is decrease, DKREISS, at trenton.k12.nj.us. So if you're looking to volunteer, please reach out. You will receive a t-shirt.
That's good. One of the other things that I wanted to share, so we're sharing some notes and information happening in our district, is our renaming of our schools. There's two schools that we're renaming, that is Columbus Elementary School and Wilson Elementary School. The board announced this some time ago, and a press release will be coming out sharing that information with our community. And we will also be having a community forum on Monday, March 14th. So that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. Monday, March 14th will be a community forum right here in the Ellis Auditorium at our Central Services building on 108 North Clinton Avenue. So be there at 6 p.m. Be there early. Come and show support of the renaming process. We have a policy and regulation or process for going about the renaming of the two schools that we have right now that we're planning to rename. That's again Wilson Elementary School and Columbus Elementary School. And our community will have an opportunity to share in making recommendations for renaming of those schools. There's actually a document in the form that will be available. It has a name, your address, the city where you live. Of course, wants you to be a City of Trenton resident. Each name shall be known to be significant to the people of the district. Names submitted shall not conflict with other schools in the district and surrounding areas. The use of names of living persons shall be avoided unless circumstances warrant exemption. So there's a whole list of requirements. We're going to have a rubric. We're going to go over this on the evening of March 14th at 6 p.m. Angie Ellis Auditorium, that's at Trenton Central Services Building, 108 North Clinton Avenue. Press release again is coming out very, very shortly. And again, we're renaming our schools, Columbus Elementary School and Wilson Elementary School, for various reasons for our City of Trenton here in capital city of Trenton, New Jersey. So I wanted to share that information. Our facilities chair, Jeannie Weeklam, is chair of that committee. Myself, Gerald Trueheart, and our board president, Addie Daniels Lane, is a member of that committee. And we've been working on this renaming for some time now. We're ready to move this forward with the superintendent's support, Mr. James Earl, superintendent of schools, as well as, of course, all the people on this call, Denise Crease, as well as Mr. Ortiz, our assistant superintendent of school support. So we're looking forward to a great outpouring from our community to be involved with the renaming and coming out. I know there's been a lot of talk about this over the year, and we like to have our community come out and be a part of this overall process on March 14th.
Awesome. Do we have any more updates, Mr. Ortiz, that we want to share? Like you're on mute.
No, mine was really wanted to make sure the parents are looking for those letters so they know where their child's going to go next year. That's really a critical piece. And so I want to keep it simple so that they're aware of that. But I do want our parents to know that they need to take advantage of the van that's in our sites for COVID, the vaccinations and other vaccinations that they need in order to stay current with vaccinations, which is a requirement in the state of New Jersey. So that piece was really critical. I'm glad that Micah had an opportunity to share that with the public.
One other thing I wanted to share on the renaming, you know, at our meeting, Mr. Ortiz, last night, Denise, you're always at the meetings as well. At a board meeting last night, actually, Ms. Williams made a great recommendation to gather together community groups to come together and form committees to come up with names for the renaming of our two schools that we have approved to be renamed at this time. I think it's important for our community to come together in groups to begin to dialogue and to communicate and to share different names that they would like the school to be renamed. So I think that's a great recommendation, great opportunity for our community, but it'd be up to our community to pull together those ad hoc groups to come together to share and to have conversation, break bread, have communications around the renaming of our schools. And I think March 14th, I would even make that recommendation. Of course, I have to have conversation with our facilities chair, Jeannie, as well as our board president about that idea. But I think it's a great idea to present on March 14th. So, hey, community groups come together, form committee, get together, have dialogue, communicate about the recommendations that you like to make, and make a joint recommendation out of a particular committee or group or a community organization to make a recommendation to the overall board, to the actual facilities committee through Jane Howard, who is our business administrative board secretary, and then that will come to the committee for us to make a recommendation, to receive those recommendations, 3 to 5 names from the community that we can make a decision on at the board level in the next several months. I believe our opportunity for making that decision will be at our April 22nd, 2022 April board meeting. For starting in July of 2022 will be the renaming ceremony of our new names of our 2 schools. So I wanted to make that point. I thought that was a great recommendation.
Trueheart, so on the 14th, are we saying that we would like to bring groups together? Because the meeting is going to be at 108 North Clinton, right here at the Ellis Auditorium. It's an in-person meeting, correct?
Yes.
So, I mean, we can reach out to some of our agencies that we worked out, some of our community groups, because we've had numerous community groups on here. And maybe we can reach out. I'll work with Celeste Williams and with Denise to reach out to those people, to those community members, and invite them to this activity, and so that they know that they have a voice, and maybe we can see if we can we'll be able to facilitate that. Is that what we're asking the parents to do? We don't have to get any. As a board member, you're saying that that's what we want to do.
That's I think what you just suggested and recommended is a great opportunity for us. If you could reach out,
we'll send
invite and share the fact that we want our community involved with the renaming of our school. So yes, that would be great. And that's right in line with what Ms. Williams had recommended.
Right.
Get groups together. Yes, I think that's a great recommendation.
With Denise and with Celeste Williams, because we have different groups. We already have FCC community members that participate in that group. So we'll send some stuff. We'll do an actual invitation, have people come to that meeting.
That'd be excellent. That's going to go a long way, and letting the community know. Because a lot of times in our community, as you know, folks get the word after the fact. We definitely want to get ahead of this and communicate direct and over communicate about this, so that folks can receive the information, receive the dates, and know the times, and be involved.
Okay, very good. We'll do that.
The other thing, man. Hey Denise, with the summit coming up. There's like Wells Fargo is one of the sponsors, financial sponsors of going back to the Legacy of Black Wall Street Summit happening April 30th at the high school. And you have Event Rooster, who's also a caterer in the area. Of course, Trenton Public Schools, the Big Easy, a sports sponsor. Of course, Operation Rebuild Trenton, and ASALA, Association for the Study of African American Life and History, Dr. Cardi Woodson branch here in the city of Trenton, are sponsoring and supporting this event. So I think we also want to get that promoted out as much as possible. I know we probably have to update our website with the new flyer, with the new date for April 30th. So that's something we're kind of going to work on Friday to make sure we get that updated. But so folks know, it's not February 26th, that's past. It's April 30th, 2022. I want to make sure that we share that, continue to share that.
Absolutely. So parents, again, you have many opportunities to be engaged and to be a part of an in-person event. If you're not there yet, I welcome you to join the Parents as Leaders series. We have another session next week virtually for our English speakers on Tuesday and Spanish speakers on Thursday. We've been focusing on health these last few weeks. And today we actually talked about nutrition and healthy eating and how that just spills into your everyday life. So we're learning a lot. We have great community partners that are coming to the forefront to share information. And we want to meet you where you're at. So if you're not ready for in-person, we have virtual events and we have evening, morning. So it's important that, you know, figure out how you can be involved, or, you know, if you're not able to do that, then touch base with your teacher, see if there's a school event happening that you can participate in or get involved in. Contact your school's parent liaison. So
I had a great
yeah, a lot of
time,
great things
Denise.
that are happening.
I know I had a great time, and I worked, so it was tough for me to during the day, right? But I was able to meet two of those virtual parent leaderships workshops, and each of the times that I went, the parents were engaged in the conversation, and I really enjoyed hearing from the parents. And some of the parents, you know, they start really talking about some challenging issues and things that their students are dealing with, their children may be dealing with, that they may need help with. And I think on a number of occasions I heard us talking about Shine and Inspire, about the room you have right there at 108 North Clinton Avenue, right down in the basement there. Nice setup down there where you are, Denise, and your Shine and Inspire room with all the different toiletries and personal hygiene items and things of that nature. I remember I was down there, like I said, in the boardroom at the board meeting. I was able to get a sanitizer. I was out of sanitizer, and I said, "You get a sanitizer." You gave me this real nice size sanitizer. Now it's my turn to pay it forward. So I think I volunteered. I think I may have missed that window, but I'm sure there's going to be more opportunities for me to come stuff envelopes for the next couple
Yes,
of
there
members
is.
that are going out. So I'll make sure I get there. But the point I wanted to make is that the Shine Inspire Room, the Parent Leadership Summit, and all that's coming to fruition because we're communicating with our parents, and our parents are connecting with us, and we're connecting with them. And it's a wonderful. I believe you said, I'm not sure if you went over numbers, but up to 50 connects with parents with the Leadership Summit?
Virtually.
Virtual.
Yeah, so virtually we've been able to engage 50. I was pleasantly surprised that we had 115 sign up. So I know that the desire is there. So like as we were talking earlier, we're just playing around with times because again, we have parents that work in the morning, work in the evening. So we're trying to capture parents where they're at. So we're really excited. And I'm going to drop the registration link for the Parent Summit again in this conversation so that parents, please sign up. Community partners, if you're listening, please share. If you have community updates, please email me. I'm going to drop my email in the Facebook chat. Reach out, because this platform is about sharing information that's going to benefit our school community. And that's what it's about, sharing.
You know what, hey, Denise,
and supporting each other.
Check this out, right? So I'm on the website, right? Trenton Public Schools. So if you go to the website, and if you go to Parent Connect, right? Yeah, you got it up. Did you do this already earlier?
I did, but we could do
go-
it one more time because maybe somebody came in late. So this is the home page.
Yeah, go to Parent
Got a
Connect,
check
right?
mark.
Yeah,
Just check that mark. And then here's the Parents as Leaders workshop that we had today. We have an evening session with our Spanish speakers, Miss Brenda Diaz, our program manager of family and community outreach, is facilitating an in-person group. So she's talking about the importance of the connection between school and home, school attendance, stress, healthy eating. I mean, she has so many topics, and they're having fun with that group. And then these are just all opportunities.
What about the parent that if you go to your Parent Connect, remember if you're up the top, that's where I'm normally go. Over to the left there.
Right here.
Did you go there? Look,
This one?
look at, yeah, there, the Parent Connect Summit, March 19th. Did you go? You probably went there. I know I'm about late getting here this afternoon, but look at all the sponsors. Look at the sponsors. Look at the sponsors, right? look at that, Homeworks Trenton. We had them on last week. Homeworks Trenton, the residential program with our Black and brown girls here in the city of Trenton, a residential program. Those girls were on fire last week. Look
They
at
were.
Horizon, Trenton Public Library. Aramark has been great. I mean, well, Fredo, remember Aramark? They supported the Juneteenth event. I mean, that we got some great folks here. Henry J. Austin. I mean, they're dynamic partners. And Mama Yoga. I'm looking at your screen, right? I got my glasses on down here. Mama Yoga. I know I'm looking probably over, right? Mama Yoga. I mean, we
Yeah,
got
and
some great-
Latino Spirit.
yeah,
they're
I
a
see it.
media
I see
company.
that. Yeah, Latino Spirit. Well, WellCare, America Group, Mercer County Community College. Now I can see it now. It's on my screen now. Yeah, and so we want folks, like you said, Denise, we want folks to, other sponsors to come on board with this and to support.
We need our parents to come out.
And our parents.
We got sponsors and we got giveaways and books and material, resources for parents to take home to support their kids. What we need is the parents to come, the parents to show up, to be there. And I know that it's difficult for parents sometimes, making arrangements with kids, but we're also have a child care there, correct, Denise? So you said that we're going to have child care.
Yep.
So, and you don't have to cook because we have breakfast and we're going to have lunch. And so we're trying to make it so as easy as possible for you. Just grab your children and come and join us. And we will make sure that you have a time that's pleasant, where you can share, where you can learn, and you can meet other parents. See the beautiful school where your child might be going to, because it's a Trenton Central High School. It's a brand new multi-million-dollar facility that has just about everything you can think about. It's the flagship of Trenton. So if you haven't been in the building, come so that you can see the building as well, because that's where your children are going to go to. And time goes very quickly. So you may say, oh, my kid is only in 3rd grade. Well, before you know it, they'll be knocking on the doors of the high school. So get involved. We need you to get involved. We need you to give us your input. Be present. We will listen to you, but we need you to be there. So pass the word.
Our keynote is our
Absolutely.
board president, Addie Downs Lane, is our keynote speaker.
Yep.
That's
Yes.
going to be excellent. And I was just on a parent call with Deidre, who's the vice principal of the STEM Academy over at Trenton, and we had many parents on our call recently. So I'm going to reach out to Deidre, maybe Denise or Fredo reach out to Denise and share this with the parents over at the high school. I know this summit is a K-5 summit, but they may have other students and children in the district, not just at the high school, but in maybe in the K-5 schools as well.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to have some high school volunteers come out as
good.
well. The students that were participating in the Everyday Matters Attendance Project. So this is going to be awesome. We have volunteers from TCNJ that are going to be present at the event. This is the list of workshops that Ms. Sung was speaking of. So this is what the day will look like. Breakfast, walk-in registration, keynote speaker, and then parents will be able to select one workshop in the morning and one in the afternoon. And then if you're like, oh my God, but all these topics look so awesome, don't worry. There's going to be another summit on April 2nd and then another one on May 14th. Invite a friend. We're going to have so many great prizes. We have an iPad giveaway, infant car seat, stroller, and we're still collecting donations. So if you're listening to this and any community partners want to donate to this event, please reach out to me. Again, I will leave my information in the Facebook chat, number 609-656-4900, extension 5670. Thank
Denise,
you.
Denise, so last week, Stacey Heading was on with Hill the City in the Billboard campaign. And we had 5 students. Those 5,
Yes.
those are the students that you're referring to that are going to be volunteering. Edson, Melissa, Kristen, Christopher, and Oscar. Okay, great. Yeah.
That's the hope.
Okay.
Yeah,
Get
they've
them
been
down.
invited, and
Okay.
they're gonna receive a gift for participating. So hopefully, if they're available, but they're wonderful because they've already been volunteering at the high school. So I'm sure they're gonna want to participate in this event. Mhm.
All right, very good.
Thank
Very
you.
good. I'm not sure what our time looks like, but
It's time.
5:30 on the nose.
okay. Well, I want to thank everyone for you. Close us out. Close us out, Denise. Close us out, Denise.
We want to thank our community. We want to thank parents. We want to thank Trenton Public School staff just for being present, for participating, for being active, for everything that you do, all the work that you do. It does not go unnoticed, although sometimes it may feel that way. Know that somebody is watching, and know that the work that you do every day has impact. And you just never know how you can affect someone's life and how you can change someone by an act of kindness, by paying it forward, by being caring, as Mr. Earl was talking about Monday night. So we're here to support each other. If you're interested again in participating, please, we implore you to just reach out, be a part of this change, because we're moving towards, I guess it's going to sound cliche, a greater Trenton. We want everyone to feel welcomed when they come to school. We want people to feel safe. We want to focus on the whole child. We want to just tap into all of those key strategic plan strategies. We want to have clean facilities, infrastructure. We want to work on staff development. We want to be kind to each other, not only to our students, but to ourselves and to everyone. So thank you so much for being present tonight and being here with us. And that's a
Thank
wrap.
you.
See you guys next week.
Thanks, Barbara,
Bye.
Curtis, and Joanna. God bless you.